I was a girl who was indecisive. I was a girl who was quirky, funny. Everyone liked to hang out with me. I could make everybody laugh, but I wouldn't complete anything. I was a girl who would watch my peer group continue to navigate through life and get married, get careers, graduate from college, and yet I was just doing detour after detour in my life. Indecisive, not knowing which way to turn, not having any discernment in terms of my own path. And that's in part because of my childhood and my upbringing. However, when I got into SNHU, and when I enrolled into SNHU as an online student, that changed my life. They had 8-week terms that worked for me. Like, the coursework was manageable. Very friendly advisors and enrollment specialists, financial aid, people that were very, knowledgeable. I mean, fantastic. I wish I had gone sooner. And I'm not just saying that to sell you on it. I'm just sharing my experience and why and what motivated me to post this video. Because I don't just post videos like that. But this diploma or this degree for me really represents a milestone in my life that I actually completed something. And that's why I was so thrilled to share this with y'all. Let's carry on with the video. First things first, I'm doing a promotional for the remainder of the year 2025 where I will be selecting 5 candidates to mentor and coach as they go through their journey at SNHU, as well as provide one-on-one consulting, and I'm accepting interviews from live students. I want you to be a part of my channel and share your testimony as to why you decided to go back to school. So if you are interested, please click the link down below. I'll also give you the information details, any contact information to contact me so that we can get this show on the road, because really and honestly, my channel is about interviews with students and how you came to be on this path to go to school online, like myself, because I have a testimony as well, and I look forward to you being a part of my channel. In addition, I would also like to say that I'm not affiliated with SNHU, and anything I share comes from my personal experience using their platform. Also, I'm an online student, so that's another thing. I'm also not a financial aid advisor and do not provide financial aid advice. If you have questions about SNHU policies, admission, or financial aid, please contact SNHU directly at 888-327-SNHU or email them at enroll@snhu.edu. Let's get started. Logged in, y'all. I'm already here. So I just wanted to show y'all. Once you get on here, you should see an overview of everything, the quick links tab, SNHU news, your next term, and just all these web texts and web links here. And so what we're going to do next is download Microsoft Office 365. So let's go to, we're going to go, let me click out of here. We're going to go to our webmail, which is our Outlook, where our emails are stored. And once it loads, okay, great. And we're going to go to more apps. And we're going to install apps. So you can choose this first option, which says install Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and more. So yeah, you can download all these apps to your desktop. But yeah, so install Office apps here, and this is a free way for you to install Microsoft Office Suite and all the apps you need to succeed with Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and so forth. So let me go ahead and exit out of this. Next on our checklist is familiarize yourself with Brightspace. So I do have a video here that you could click on to learn about Brightspace, but I'll go ahead and do like a basic overview because I'm going to start class on the 25th. So let me go ahead and go to my Brightspace. Okay, so once you go to Brightspace, it's going to say welcome. It's going to show you your courses. I highly encourage you to pin both of these courses because these are your current courses. Now, as you presume to go term by term, it's going to be more courses. So you might see another course added or whatever, but the pin courses let you know, okay, these are my current courses. So I'm going to go to my first MBA class, which is Leading People in Organizations. And so I see here my advisor is going to be Miss Suzanne Anderson, and this is her email right here. So let me just click. Okay, so email copied to clipboard. So yes, now we know that it's copied to my clipboard. What I'm going to do actually, and what I'm trying to get y'all to do, is go back to your webmail or Outlook. I'm going to double click. And then I'm going to go ahead and see if I can. Oh, here we are. So we're going to go up to these 3 tabs to add to favorites. You want to add your instructors on the side because then you're going to know, like, hey, let's say you want to email them quickly. Let's go to advising. It will populate there and you could send email. It's already there. So I added her to my favorites, and I'm going to go back. And I'm actually going to click back to the home screen. And I'm going to go to my other class, which is Strategic Human Resource Management 2025. And so now that I've clicked here, I see that my another instructor is James Lane. So I'm going to click his email. I'm going to go back to my Outlook. I'm going to click out of her, click her out, and paste his in there. I'm going to double click on his. And this is his email, and I'm going to add to favorites. So now they're both added to my favorites tab, which is perfect. So let's go back to Brightspace. So now that we've managed to get to our home screen, once again, we're going to go to the other class. And usually in Brightspace, you want to get to know your instructor. They have a picture of themselves here, and they give you like an overview on how to reach them and the best contact information and to learn more about them. So you can take the time to read to learn more about your instructor, and even email your instructor if you want. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see, go back to home. Oops, I keep going back to home, y'all. What I meant to do was let's click back. Click on the actual title of the course because it's going to take you to the course homepage. And participation guidelines. So you want to go through the announcements, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm kind of like, it's late. But you want to go through the announcements and make sure that you just get an idea as to what your instructor is saying for the course, the overall course. And you also want to start here, and it's going to basically show you your course syllabus, which is perfect. And it's going to give you an overview as to what the syllabus entails in the classes and the course competencies and required materials and so forth. And as you go through here, what I like to do is download the course syllabus. So let's see. Oh, here we are. So download PDF. And I'm using Chrome. I'm using the Google Chrome extension. So what we're going to do is we're going to download. And I'm going to save this course syllabus in my downloads folder. And we're going to come back to this later. But now that we've downloaded that, we're going to scroll back up to the top. And we're going to go back to start here. And you can pretty much see an overview of everything necessary, like, you know, general questions tab, if you have any questions for your instructor before the class begins, access links to LinkedIn Learning, which is a requirement for this class, or probably they're just recommending it, turn it in guide for students, just plagiarism and different things, like let's say you submit a paper and you want to make sure that you don't have any strikes for plagiarism, this is the best link for that. And so, yeah, it's just a starter guide. So then we're going to go, let's see. Yeah, we're going to, we also have a little menu here, an overview of the class, overview of it, as well as bookmarks, which is great if you want to start bookmarking things. Like, let's say, for example, you want to bookmark module 1. Well, we're going to go ahead and click module 1, go to the first link for module 1, introduction, and it's telling you everything required to complete this assignment. So we'll bookmark it right here. and you just successfully added a bookmark. And so next we are going to go to, let's see, within this module, because every week, so this first week is module 1. Every week it has resources, management versus leadership. Now this is just for my class. However, it's subject to change for every single class. But here's a resources link. What you'll do is click, usually these are textbook links or just different resources to complete the assignment. So this is very handy and useful for this week. So what I'd like to do is go ahead and bookmark. Here we are. So actually, we're finding the bookmarks right here. And so you can see the 2 bookmarks. There we are. So there has been changes made to Brightspace. My video I uploaded 2 years ago, Brightspace looked a little bit different, and this is the updated version of Brightspace, so I'm still kind of navigating and learning as I'm sharing it with y'all. But overall, this is pretty much a short introduction into Brightspace, but everything here is very straightforward. Your discussion post, and our discussion post needs to be completed, I believe, every Thursday. Let's see. So our discussion post should be completed every Thursday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So now that we are done with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because I feel like, if you guys have any questions, y'all can feel free to watch my other Brightspace video, but everything is pretty self-explanatory. However, before I leave, I do want to mention that there is the Shapiro library here, citing your sources. When you have papers or whatever, you can click this link, frequently asked research questions, research guides, and Shapiro library homepage is here. So if you have any questions or whatever, here's some helpful resources and links for that, as well as academic support. Let's say you need tutoring, 24-hour tutoring services. What's great about SNHU is everything is here. I love this resource. This is a 24-hour, 24/7 drop-in tutoring. The written feedback, which is very useful if you're in English classes and you need some quick insight. Workshops here, peer tutoring, academic coaching, frequently asked questions, and so on and so forth. Everything is here. Workshops, all that stuff. So when you click on 24/7 drop-in tutoring, you could put whatever subject you need, whether it's writing or science. You can put whatever it's for. So let's say you need grammar help, and say you want to tutor with video chat capabilities so you can see them, and you just list whatever you need help with, and then you'll be able to connect. So I'm going to go ahead and click out of this. And yes, I'm going to go ahead and click out of Brightspace. But before I do, I'm sorry, y'all. Also, IT service desk, if you have any issues with your Brightspace you're not able to access, or you have any issues with your Outlook, you're not able to access that as well, you can go to the IT support desk and you can reach out to the IT department. Online student services is great if you have a learning disability, and we'll get to that later. Student tutorial videos is also great. This is like one of the tutorial videos I'm creating, but mine is more independent because I'm not affiliated with SNHU. However, if you do need more step-by-step guidance, go to the student tutorial video. Now, I've already created a free Gmail account. This is perfect for setting up your folders, your workflow. Like, I'm just going to introduce you to my workflow so you can see how I go about keeping up with all my assignments, how I organize everything, and just streamline everything for myself. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my Google Drive. This is my Google Drive, and basically in my Google Drive, I have one single folder that says SNHU, and this SNHU folder houses all of my homework and my syllabus and everything, and I'm going to show you what I mean. So I'm going to go ahead and click inside, and it also has this next folder, which is going to show the program that I'm in, or the program that I was in at the time, which is the Master of Science in Health Information Management. I'm no longer in that program. I did complete the course for that, but I am no longer in that program. However, let's go ahead and click so you can see all the folders here. So basically, this is the new term right here, 2025 D4. I start my class August, I believe it's August, 25th, 2005. So yeah, so basically I just save this the way that it's shown on the term start dates so that I know, okay, this course is going to be starting August and it's going to be ending in November. So, so what we're going to do is we're going to click in this folder and we are going to move this. Usually it gives me the option to move. Oh yes, so there we are. We're going to move this to my new term, and you'll see why later. So now that we've done that, I've already completed these terms, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in my completed terms folder. And I make sure that I color code the folder that I'm currently working on. So, you know, when I go back, like let's go back to SNHU. When I go back, I see, okay, it's color coded, it's active. Okay, it's active, it's color coded. This is the program I'm in. Okay, color coded. It just lets me know, like, okay, I'm just gonna follow the color because it's letting me know, okay, you know, this is the course I'm in. So I go ahead and follow that. And so now I'm gonna change, actually, let me go back to my old folder. I'm gonna go back to SNHU. I gotta rename this folder now because I have a new program. So let me go ahead. I'm not trying to confuse y'all, but I did create a document that lists all of my courses for my whole degree program. So what I'm going to do is copy, and I'm going to go ahead and paste this in my Google Drive so that when from, you know, my SNHU folder, once I click there, then it's going to take me to my new program. And then I click there, and then it's going to take me to this new term. And then once I click there, I'm going to rename this. Okay, so what is the first class that I'm going to take? Well, I'm going to go back to my Brightspace. I know that it's the MBA 530 as well as my other course, which is the Strategic Human Resource Management. But that's also why I have it up here, because then it's going to be like, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this course. So that's one course, and then I'm going to create a new folder because I'm taking 2 classes, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to copy the second course. This is just an overview for me, y'all. This is my registered courses overview right here. Might as well just call it an overview. And basically, I made it to where I share it with my advisor. I had her in here. Yeah, my advisor, she was in here, and basically we'd make changes to my course schedule or registered courses overview so that I can keep up with everything and see everything in one place. It's just more organized for me, and it's more straight to the point. But let me go back. We're going to put the second course that I'm going to be taking this term. And I'm also going to make sure I color code it purple. And so you see it shows the term that we're starting, which is D4, between, you know, August and November of 2025. And it also shows the 2 classes. So I know that this one already has contents in it from my old folder. So what I'm going to do is I am going to copy. Let me see. Okay, so it won't give me an option to copy for whatever reason, but I think I could just click the, well, I'm using a Mac desktop, so I'm holding Command and C, and I'm going back, and I'm going to the other folder, Strategic Human Resource Management, and I'm holding Command and V to paste it. And so I'm going to find a quicker way to do this, but I'm going to basically do that for every single folder in here. But in the meantime, remember that we downloaded the, remember we downloaded the syllabus for the MBA 530? Well, what I'm going to go ahead and do is rename this one. And I'm going to go ahead and upload my syllabus in here. So I have the updated syllabus. I just upload my syllabuses. So I'm going to go ahead and delete. So now my syllabus is in here, so I can come and review my syllabus for this class anytime I need to. And I'm also seeing, okay, these are the topics and assignments for this whole term. So what you could do is just copy like I did, select and copy. You could also open a new document. And you could paste. And this could help you kind of keep up with everything. So let's say you want to change this to 12, whatever, or 24 font, and you want to change this to, I don't know, like a font like this. And as you go through each thing, you can go ahead and check it off. So let's see, where do you check it off? Yeah, you can go through and check it off. So this is another way to ensure, okay, I've completed that. You know, if you want to just check it out, check it off each time. This is what I do. Okay, so aside from that, and then you could also put, we know that this is the syllabus. So, but this is the MBA 530 module topics and assignments. So you could do something like that just to kind of keep up with what exactly, which class is this, you know, related to or whatever. So that's just one way you could do it. And then we're gonna go back, and I have week 1. And so you can be as tedious. I'm very tedious. I take my time. For me, I like everything to be organized, so I need to know what I'm looking at. I need to know what I'm looking at. So you could also rename. So this class is gonna be starting August 23rd, or 25th, I'm sorry. And so you're gonna do that for the first week. And we know this because on your portal, August 25th, or whatever, you know, start date that you have. But I put August 25th, and basically I use my calendar to see, okay, starting, okay, and the next one is gonna be September 1st, 2025. And then the next one is going to be September 8th. And then the next one is going to be September 15th. And then the next one is going to be September, you know, and so on and so forth. And you could just do that whole thing across. And this is how I keep up with all my assignments. Now, I also copied and pasted my former term to this new term because it already has everything in there. And what I mean by that is, let's go ahead and click. Well, it already has a Word document from my previous assignment for my last class. Well, I'm just going to continue to use this APA formatted paper right here. Everything is already here. Why not, right? And so let's go back. Even for week 2, I'm going to just keep everything in here because who knows? I might have an assignment that requires a Word doc or a PowerPoint or a, you know, and sometimes I have Excel spreadsheets already in folders from previous classes or whatever, and I just use those same documents, but I put new information because it saves time. If everything's already formatted, it's perfect. So this is my strategy to keep up with my classes. So I'm gonna go back to the beginning. So yeah, go to your folder, go to your program, go to your term, go to whichever course, and then you have your prompts. And I'm not going to share what's in my prompts because this is like, a part of my coaching program that I'm going to be starting, and it's going to be in the description bar for those of you that are interested, because I am going to be doing interviews with students like yourself, which is what my channel is really about outside of this, but also sharing prompts with my students, my one-on-one consultations. However, yeah, so this is just fulfilling, let's see, setting up your Google folders or Google Drive. So let me go ahead and where did I go? Okay. And I already have a Google account. So next is importing Google Drive folders into OneDrive. So once you have all your folders situated, everything looks good, you're gonna go to your drive and you're gonna download the file. So it's gonna download all your folders. From there, we're gonna go to webmail. And in order to get a webmail, you have to go back to your SNHU portal. And you'll see the webmail over here. And once we get to webmail, we're gonna go to OneDrive. And let's see. We're gonna go to files. And we are going to upload. First, we have to open it up. I'm using a Mac, so I have to open it up. Let me see if I can hover. Okay, so this is what I did, y'all. I hovered. I basically highlighted and hovered over and just put it in there like this. That's the best way to do it. Because you want it to extract all and take all your folders. Not even extract. You want it to just synchronize and relocate all your folders. Just getting a drink. Okay. And see this folder, I mean, this document is what I showed you, my courses, registered courses overview, and I shared it with my advisor. I highly encourage y'all to do the same thing. And I will have all of this in my description below. I'll give you access to all of this stuff. However, we're gonna go back. So you see the SNHU here, this is the workflow. This works for me. I prefer to use Google Drive because everything is just more visually appealing. It's just, to me, everything here is a lot harder to look at. I don't know, that's just my preference, the Google Drive. But it's showing you your term, it's showing you your classes, everything that we've seen in Google Drive is here. So you can also use the OneDrive for SNHU, which I encourage you to do. So we're gonna go ahead and click out. So we imported Google Drive folders into OneDrive. Okay, so next, email your online accessibility center. So for those of you, let me go ahead and just pull this up real quick. For those of you that have a learning disability, it could be mental health related, it could be learning related, you can reach out to the Online Accessibility Center and they will create an accommodation for you. Based on the severity or disability, you can get extra time on tests, extended days, and it just goes into more detail depending on your disability. And I'm a part of the Online Accessibility Center, which is why I listed it here. And I think it's a valuable resource for those of you that are like myself, going back to school and need extra time on tests or just a little bit more support. You know what I'm saying? I think it's so very important. And also, this is something that you want to set up and make sure they have all the required information that they need. So any documents that you have that will show them that you have a legitimate learning disability or mental disability or whatever that case may be, they're going to ask for those documents. So you definitely want to get those set up, you know, arranged so you could send those over. But basically I added this because I wanted you to know to contact the OAC to request accommodation, academic accommodations. And with that, I've actually included in this, which is gonna actually, this whole thing, y'all are gonna get access to this. Y'all can download this for free in the link below, the Day One Survival Checklist. but email your advisor in student financial services. And so I have the email here that you are going to send to your advisor as well as financial services. You notice that I sent the email to the advisor and I CC'd student financial services. And this email is perfect for letting them know. But you also want to, add to it as well. You can copy it here and paste it, but make sure you follow this preview blueprint and you could add whatever is your own personal touch for your own situation. Let's see. So let's go ahead and exit out of here. So it's perfect because to me, like once you send the email to them, they're going to reach back to you and then it's going to be personalized for your situation. And then you can, go from there. But I don't personally know what to tell you beyond that, which is why I went ahead and gave you the resource and as well as the email so that you can get the information you need for that. And you're also emailing your advisor as well, letting them know like, hey, you're new, your course program. They already know all this, but it's a great way to kind of bridge that gap to get to know your advisor and get any more resources or things that you may need to get started as an online student. So we're going to go ahead and cross this out. Okay, next would be sign up for Handshake to access internships. Now, this is another cool feature that I love about being an SNHU student, because for those of you like myself that were looking for internships, looking for ways to establish yourself in the real world when it comes to your education and your major, Handshake is a great platform. And so we're going to go to Handshake. And Handshake, actually, I'm going to go ahead and add the link in the description as well. But Handshake is a great resource for finding internships, jobs, events, and things like that. Like, guidance events with your career center for SNHU. Like, there's so many different resources here as well. And I'll get into more detail later on another video. I did set up my Handshake profile. You really want to optimize your Handshake profile. And I'm actually going to include this in my one-on-one consultation. So for those of you that are interested in setting up your Handshake and want me to assist you with that, go ahead and click the link down below and schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. So once you sign up for that and set up your profile, that's just one less thing you have to worry about. And that's something you want to check regularly. Just like you check your social media, you want to check Handshake regularly because it keeps you posted on any jobs in your location. You want to also have your resume and everything optimized. That's another service I offer is resume writing optimization as well as LinkedIn optimization. I mean, I do so much, y'all, beyond this. But I'm just trying to show y'all how to get started now that y'all online students. So just rock with me. So we're going to go ahead and cross this out. Then we're going to go to sign up for LinkedIn to access LinkedIn Learning. So LinkedIn Learning, let me go ahead and make this bigger. LinkedIn Learning is basically a platform where there's tons of free online courses where you can learn about any subject. Any subject you think of is on LinkedIn Learning. You can also get certifications. I mean, if you're interested in coding, if you're interested in, I guess anything related to new skills, you know what I'm saying, for your career and where you're trying to go is on LinkedIn Learning. And that's why I encourage all SNHU students to set up a LinkedIn. Plus, you want to be on LinkedIn anyways because recruiters are always looking for new talent. So you want to optimize your LinkedIn. You want to have the About Me section filled out. You want to have a polished profile pic. You want to have all the stuff. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, in fact, everything has to be optimized from your headline to your About Me, to the top skills, to feature posts showing that you are a recent graduate. To activities, you actively engaging in the community and commenting on people's posts and posting any new, achievements and milestones. So as you can see, I've completed my LinkedIn to the brim. And this is also a part of my one-on-one my one-on-one coaching is that I also help with LinkedIn optimization as well. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, this is something I also offer. This is going to help you stand out especially in the online platforms, when it comes to recruiters and people that are looking to actively hire. So, you know, you also want to add your any type of honor society. So if you are part of SNHU, the National Society of Leadership and Success is big. This is for students that are like 4.0, 3.9, you know, GPA, skills and courses and honors. I mean, you want to have every single thing. I'm telling you the truth. So yes, if you want, you can go ahead and connect with me and follow me as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and click out of here. So we went ahead and signed up for LinkedIn. Next, we're going to do bookmark key student resources. So we need to bookmark the key resources. So what are the key resources, you ask? The key resources is the tuition and financial aid on the Southern New Hampshire University website. You need to bookmark this, okay? And save it in whatever folder you have. I'm just going to go ahead and bookmark it in my SNHU folder on my Chrome, my Google Chrome. I'm also going to bookmark the Online Accessibility Center. It houses all the information on how to reach them, their contact, email, fax. We're going to bookmark as well. I'm also going to bookmark the term start dates. Very, very important, because it's going to show you, if you're an undergraduate, when terms start and when terms end, or if you're a graduate, when terms start and terms end. So we're going to go ahead and bookmark that as well. But overall, you're set. You are set. Once you do, you know, all that I've shown you, you are set to go. But I also encourage you, let me go ahead and zoom in. I encourage you to please take the time to watch my video thoroughly. If you miss anything, go back and watch it. I also have other videos you could reference, a more thorough video that goes into Brightspace. Now, there has been some changes and tweaks, but take your time. Do not rush the process. Take your time. I encourage you to please, if you want to work with me, please click the link down below. But really and honestly, what compelled me to even make this video is because I really want to do interviews with students like you. I want to do interviews with students like you to share your story, because, I mean, unfortunately, we don't have enough stories. We just go online to look for ways to finish our homework or research for our homework, or, you know, hear about people's stories, but not as thoroughly. And so my desire is to have a channel filled with interviews from students like yourself, where we share our experiences and what led us to coming back to school, and they're so far, you know, stuff like that. That's what intrigues me, and that's why I created this video. And so if you really want to take the time to improve your just overall, I don't know, experience as a student, you can do a one-on-one consulting. Well, I keep calling it consulting. Yeah, one-on-one consultation with me. I'm sorry, y'all, it's late. Or you can interview with me. I'd be thrilled to have you on my YouTube channel, and we can meet on Google Meet, and we could discuss what education was like for us, how it was packaged to us as children, you know, what led us to even pursuing our education, what milestones we had to overcome, and things like that. I'm super excited. So if you're interested, please take the time to connect with me in the link below. Also, join my Facebook community. On my Facebook community, I put all of my resources. Everything you just seen in this video, I put it in my in the links below. I put the folders, Google Drive, everything that I went through on this video, I put in my Facebook group, as well as the links below. I'm looking on my cell phone, y'all. But if you'd like to contact me personally, you can contact me at 682-418-8037. Once again, it's 682-418-8037. If you have any questions, I am doing, like I said, one-on-one consultations, but I am very much interested in interviewing you as a student and understanding, why did you decide to go back to school? Understanding your story, because your story matters on my platform, and that's the whole reason why I'm on here, is to do student interviews. That's like really the bread and butter of my channel. I'm not really trying to veer off of that too much. And so if you're excited about that, I'm excited as well. And I look forward to hearing from you. And just send me a text, and in the text message, let me know, hey, I'm interested in a student interview. But thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I appreciate you so very much.